Present you the Xpulse 200. Let's do a quick front to back. Take a seat here and you can see it. It's a huge 21-inch front tire with ABS and a disc and long travel suspension with rubber socks and that big engine, 200 cc's to be exact, and air cooled with kickstart, so you can bust your balls, and rubberized foot pegs with serrated teeth, so you can dig your feet in there, and some graphics. You got the digital handlebar digital console, and you got standard handlebar controls except for this switch, which is a choke, because a lot of you guys who have been riding FI definitely missed that. And over here nothing special, same, only different. Okay, 13-liter fuel tank. You can get I was able to fill up to 14.5, and a high mounted exhaust that is definitely ugly. Coming to the rear, we have an LED tail lamp with standard bulb indicators, and on the rear we have a 18-inch tire with disc brakes and no ABS, so you can slide, and if you are inexperienced, definitely can fall. Coming over this side, nothing special except for this thing. That's a lot of people know, a lot of people have forgotten, a lot of people have not missed it at all. That's a fuel control switch. Here's the shot of the engine, and you get a plastic belly pan, or what do you call that? Yeah, underbelly cover, something. And we have a little chain guard, just for it does. However, it doesn't come with any main stand, and there are the points for it. Yeah, you can see those two holes. Oh, come on, not now. Yeah, those two holes. Yeah, definitely see those two holes there. That's the position where the main stand's gonna mount. If we come under there, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. That's the position where the main stand can mount. So pretty neat package for the price you pay. The carburetor one will cost you 1.2 on road in West Bengal. So I'm not speaking about the entire country, just for West Bengal. So it will cost you 1.2 on road, and the fuel injected version will cost you 1.3. So not a lot of difference there. So just a difference of, I would say, 10,000 or 11,000, depending on your various different districts. So people would definitely see to go to the fuel injected variant, because not the hassle of carburetor, choking it, all that stuff, and you get here you get circular disc brakes, and that you will get pedal discs. So if you'll get some more style points. You'll get plastic knuckle guards, which you don't get in the carb variant. They are pretty useless, pretty flimsy, and one little fall and definitely they'll come off. And here you get a plastic bash plate. In the FI one you will get a metal one. So that's a major difference. That's the only reason I thought of myself to get that. I didn't need the rotors, I didn't need the flimsy knuckle guards. Fuel injection or carburetor, it's all up to that debate, and you can look it up in the forums. I would suggest go for the carburetor, save some money, like 10,000 is, yeah, you save money, right? 10,000. You can put on the metal bash plate later. You can, it's carburetor, so you can do air filters, tune exhaust, and it will be easy to tune. It will not include some expensive fuel controller or anything. And I forgot to talk about the seat, and look at the seat, it's single piece, so pretty okay. If you are to adult size, means if you are a little bit on the oversize or fat ratio, so you'll definitely feel the seat not to be sufficient. But if you are a medium build, yeah, sure, that'll be okay for you. And talking about the engine, the engines, I think Hero should have done a little bit better. A lot of manufacturers have been offering, you know, liquid cooled, oil cooled, and you know, whatever cooled. So Hero could have done a little oil cooled variant so that the engine runs a little cooler. 200cc I think is a decent compromise. It will give you decent power along with the good fuel efficiency. So talking about the bike is pretty good for the price point, I think, but there are some niggles, you know, the things that you don't really appreciate once you get your hands on. The first thing I feel is the finish. A lot of finish issues in this, and the first thing is this thing just moves about, and I don't like it at all, man. This is a dash, so at least put another support strut on there or bolt it down properly. So that is something I don't like. I don't like these bar ends, like fiber ones. Come on. The Bajaj Pulsar 150 comes with a proper metal ones. You can hear a significant rattle. I'll show you. Yeah, that's the significant rattle that's really pissing me off. During deceleration, there is a kind of a rhythmic rubbing sound. Means I thought first it was these little ventricles, something, whatever you call them, little, you know, tentacles that are rubbing against it, but they are not long enough, and definitely they can't touch it. And another thing I don't appreciate is look at this, only this, no sight. Huh? No sight on any here, so that I can know what kind of a, you know, what kind of oil level do I have. So I have to always open this and check the dipstick. So it's an extra step where when you think a lot of bikes on this price segment are coming with that side glass. So put just a side glass, so it'd be easier for the consumer, for the customer, but they didn't. So that's a extra step you have to do. Means it's a home learning procedure. And one thing is, a lot of bikes come with a separate, you know, separate compartment, means like a separate opening for you know, oil filter change, so that you don't have to open the entire engine case. Means like the clutch cover or the alternator cover. Mostly it's on the clutch cover side, so it doesn't come with that. So now if you are in a home mechanic like I am, means who doesn't trust the, you know, service guys. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that, but for me, I don't trust the service mechanics. Fibers, they're pretty solid, so you can do the baggy test, and you know, I wouldn't suggest kicking them in, but you can poke them pretty good. You know, this is good too. This is a little bit wobbly, as I told you already. It just moves about, and this is just what am I supposed to do with it? What can I put here? Just tell me, what can I put here? I understand it's for a top box, but come on, just copy the Xpulse's rear carriage. Just copy that, make the frame points, and put it on. And how difficult was that? If you, while you are copying the Xpulse's frame bracket, rear carriage, you could have copied their its exhaust too. That looks a lot better. But you know, we can't complain. Beggars can't be choosers. We are in that price point that you cannot complain for a lot. So I took the carb variant. You see the petcock? Yeah, something I missed a long time, means owning a fuel injected bikes. So it's a carb variant, so it would be easier for me to do, you know, exhaust modification, air filter mods, and all that. If you are into all that, do it. You can do it. I'll run it for couple of months, bone stock, and then swap out the things I want to swap out. The first is going to be the exhaust, a lightweight exhaust, and then air filter, and then tune the carb to match that. My height, I'm just able to, the ground is uneven, so I am able to plant this feet firmly on the ground while this is still tiptoeing. So if I'm on a properly level surface, I'm tiptoeing from both feet. My height is somewhere like 5.5, 5.4. So for me, because I am completely biased towards this motorcycle, so I would say, yeah, shorter riders can go for it. There's an added advantage though. So even if you're a shorter rider, you are tiptoeing with less weight. Speaking of the windscreen, people do say that it saves significant wind blast. I wouldn't know, so I'm not that experienced to tell you what kind of wind deflection will it give you. And coming towards the seat is okay. It's not super comfortable, however it's not super hard, so it's in the middle ground, okay for most people. The instrument feel, the control feels are okay. I would say it's on level with Honda, so not something you will complain a lot about. So it's a nice and clicky, touchy feelings, so you will not complain a lot about the instrument console. The mirrors are good, nice, good rear view, so no problem with that. And not a lot of arm that comes in, so little bit. So this thing is a little bit out of whack. Let it get straight. So you see, not a lot that comes in the field of view, so you can see it pretty clearly. So I like the mirrors. So we did now we'll do a standing up and ride, and with my height, that is 5'4", I can certainly do it without any stress, without bending my knees. I can stand up and ride. Means you feel completely relaxed. With my height, that is 5'5", so I can stand up and ride, no problem. My legs are completely stretched. However, I feel the handlebar could have come a little bit, further in. So most like, let's see if we have a trail here, and we do. Let's not just fall, because we have to answer to someone who has higher authority than us. So let's not. We don't have ABS because the connection is off now. Alright, let's turn back. It's pretty deep in jungle now. Okay, you got all the modes here. You get a clock here, you get odo, you get speed, you get gear indicator, which doesn't work. It does work if the clutch is fully let out. If you press slightly, this goes blank. You have a trip 1, you get average speed, time and distance. You get trip 2, and you get a date. Press again, you get Bluetooth connectivity. That's a gimmick, useless for most people. And you get a eco mode.